Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live today across YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. The much-anticipated matchup between Chelsea and Real Madrid is ahead. It's the second leg of the UEFA Champions League Semifinals, with a spot in the final up for grabs. Who will face Manchester City in that Champions League final in 24 days' time in Istanbul, Turkey? Will it be an all-English final between Chelsea and Manchester City, or will it be a clash between Real Madrid and Manchester City? After Manchester City took down PSG yesterday, they sit back tonight and watch this game like the rest of us to await their opponent. It's an Italian referee for this match, Orsato. And meanwhile, getting to the starting lineups before we kick off at Stamford Bridge in London, England. For the host Chelsea, it's Edward Mendy in goal, Antonio Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Andreas Christensen anchoring the back line, Ben Chilwell, Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, and the captain Cesar Azpilicueta in the midfield. And then up top, it's the trio of Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and Mason Mount. No Christian Pulisic in the starting lineup after he scored Chelsea's lone goal in the first leg a week ago in Madrid. Thomas Tuchel, of course, head coach of Chelsea. For the visiting Real Madrid, who are led by Zinedine Zidane, it's Thibaut Courtois in goal, of course. Nacho, Eder Militao, Sergio Ramos, and Ferland Mendy at the back. Luka Modric, Casemiro, Toni Kroos in the middle, and then Vinicius, Karim Benzema, and Eden Hazard up top. It's Hazard's second start since recovering from his injury. The first came at the weekend against Osasuna in La Liga action. And how will this one play out? We'll find out over the next couple of hours or so. It was a nice night at first in London. Then the skies started to open up. The rain started pouring down in London, England. We saw hail in a little bit north in Manchester, England yesterday in the other second leg of the UEFA Champions League semifinals. We'll see if the conditions play a role at all. It's certainly not as bad as yesterday in that Man City PSG game. Off we go, underway. It's 1-1 after one leg as both teams provided quite the thrilling first half of that first leg. At the same time, they were both much more conservative in the second half that didn't provide nearly as many fireworks as the first half did. But all to play for in the second leg as Chelsea are in their traditional blue kits going from right to left in this opening half of play. Real Madrid in their all white with black socks going from left to right. Here is Vinicius. Now Ramos back to Courtois. Chelsea do face Manchester City at the weekend in the Premier League. And could that be a matchup that we see in the Champions League final as well? It's very possible. Chelsea do have that away goal coming into tonight, but you never know. That's off of Luka Modric. Chelsea throw-in on the near side. It's a 3 p.m. Eastern time kickoff, 8 p.m. local time in the capital of England. The sun's setting within the next half hour or so. Here is N'Golo Kante. Now Thiago Silva. Over to Rudiger. Rudiger gets it back from Chilwell. Now Thiago again. Direct ball forward. Ramos is there for Real, who is back from injury. Was there a little shove? Not enough for a foul, according to the referee. Mount quickly takes the Chelsea throw-in. Chilwell to Rudiger. Chilwell now up the sideline. Nice controlled touch by Timo Werner. However, the flag has gone up on the far side as Werner was in an offside position. Yeah, just mistimed his run slightly. Courtois to Ramos. Early stages from Stamford Bridge. No fans in attendance due to COVID-19, unfortunately. However, the Premier League did announce today that they plan to have home spectators in attendance for the final 2 match days of the Premier League season. So that's welcoming news for sure. There's essentially been no fans allowed in most European leagues throughout the season. In Spain, they still remain in a strict lockdown due to COVID-19. That's sent out of play. Nice work by Chilwell to earn a Chelsea throw-in. Zinedine Zidane, who of course brought glory to Real Madrid 3 consecutive seasons in this prestigious competition. Then was away for a little while, but now back in charge, his second stint, looking to win the Champions League with Real for an astounding 4th time, which would just be unbelievable. A heavy challenge that, but it's cleanly won by Real. Toni Kroos goes down, and that will be called. N'Golo Kante committing the foul. Free kick to Los Blancos. Yep, that left foot going across the body of Toni Kroos. Meanwhile, before that, Christensen delivered a late slide tackle to Eden Hazard. Real Madrid fans have to gasp anytime Hazard is involved in a tackle like that, but he appears to be just fine. Free kick in a promising position. Headed away by Silva. And now Werner sprinting ahead. Tracking back for Real is Vinicius. Vinicius back to Courtois. Five minutes played. We're just underway at Stamford Bridge. Hazard making the run. That will be out for a throw-in. Silva getting there first for Chelsea. This is moved into the middle with Ramos. Ramos now to Militao. How about that nutmeg pass from the Brazilian Vinicius? He'll get it back from Modric. Militao to Modric. A lot of possession early on from Real Madrid. And this is sent back to Thibaut Courtois. Ramos sprays it wide on the left side. A late challenge that. And now the whistle will come. Taken out was Nacho. He was the recipient of that late challenge from Kai Havertz, the German. Nothing too vicious, but certainly a foul. Nacho will be slow to get up, certainly feeling the effects. Just an unfortunate situation, really. There was no real intent from Havertz to get all of Nacho, but that's what happened as he completely missed the ball. Nacho is back to his feet, which is good to see. Ramos back to Courtois. Courtois goes wide for Militao. Some pressure here. Vinicius has it stripped away. Now it's Werner into the box. Werner still going. Shielded off by Ramos, and Courtois quick to the ball. Promising chance for the Blues early on. Ramos did his job, though. He doesn't want to get into a race with Timo Werner, that's for sure. Playing that out intelligently, just shielding him away from the ball, using his physical presence to prevent a shot by Werner. Casemiro to Kroos. Benzema earns a throw-in. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in this afternoon. Greatly appreciated, as always, or tonight if you're tuning in from elsewhere in the world, like Europe. Throw-in on the far side. Ferland Mendy takes it. Flicked on by Modric. Now sent the other way by Conte. But that will land right into the hands of Courtois, who rolls it out for Ramos. Ramos gets it back for Militao. Ramos finds Militao again. Cut inside. Now Modric. On the left wing, it's Nacho. Mendy ended up leaving it as Hazard took over. Of course, Eden Hazard playing against his former club in a stadium where he had so many magical moments in his time with Chelsea. Here is Hazard. Now Kroos. Real Madrid waiting for their opportunity to arise. About 10 minutes played. No score. 1-1 on aggregate. Chelsea would go through with this result due to that away goal they earned in Madrid last week. Can they get a cross in? Modric back to Kroos. Kroos from way out. Mendy had it read all the way. As Kroos was aiming for that bottom left corner. No problem, though, for the goalkeeper. It would have taken something truly special from that kind of range to beat Mendy. Here's Luka Modric. Sergio Ramos. Some pressure on Casemiro. It's quickly won back by Real. That's a poor giveaway. And now Chelsea have the edge in numbers. It's Werner for Havertz. He was forced wide. Now it's Conte. Real Madrid with an opportunity to get numbers behind the ball. Chelsea with an opportunity to get numbers forward. And Rudiger from distance forced Courtois to make the stop, which he did. An absolute bullet from ways out. And maybe another chance arising here. This is Ben Chilwell. Now Mount into the box. Mount cuts it to the byline, sends it across. And the sprawling body of Thibaut Courtois able to keep it away. Really good skill set Mason Mount had on display. How about that effort from Rudiger? Two nice saves from Courtois, though. That Rudiger shot and then that Mount dangerous cross, which I suppose turned into a shot of sorts. Casemiro taking down Chilwell. Sets up a free kick for Chelsea. 13th minute. Both Chilwell and Mount are over the free kick. This is curled into the back post. It was well defended by Casemiro. Now back out for Jorginho. And that is dealt with by Modric at the edge of the box. Nice turn by Hazard. He draws the foul. And that will warrant the first booking of the match. Jorginho is shown yellow. A tactical foul from Jorginho. He absolutely knew what he was doing there. Here's Hazard. Looping ball forward by Conte. It's back with Madrid. Here's Courtois. On the turn, it's sent ahead by Ramos. By Nacho, rather. Real do win a throw-in. Ramos gets it back from Militao. Courtois ahead for Casemiro. There's a pass that put Hazard in some trouble. Chelsea with the takeaway. Now it's Chilwell in space. Chilwell for Mason Mount. Vinicius with some nice defensive work, able to come away with a steal. But nowhere to go on this near side, and it's won back by Chelsea. Here's Azpilicueta. Now Jorginho. Here's Antonio Rudiger. He finds Chilwell. Could have crossed. Instead finds Werner. Werner sends it in. Dangerous area. But a foul will be called anyways against Havertz as he took down Nacho. Nacho would still manage to clear. On the follow through, Havertz took down Nacho. "16 minutes played, 0-0 in London." This is all the way back to Courtois. He'll find Sergio Ramos. Ramos out wide. Now moved into the middle with Luka Modric. Modric with a nice switch. Now it's Kroos. Mendy into the middle. Modric takes a touch forward, goes for goal. But it's another comfortable save for Edward Mendy. It's been some long-range efforts from Real Madrid, that being another one of them. But no problem so far for Edward Mendy, the keeper for Chelsea. Now Real Madrid could be threatened. Casemiro tracks back to win possession. His pass, though, is stolen away. Here's Mason Mount. Chilwell making the run. Chilwell sends it in. Werner finishes. The flag stays down. Or does it? No, it's gone up. Offside's called. The goal will not count for the German Timo Werner. It was a brilliant bit of counterplay from Chelsea. But ultimately, Werner just a step off sides. And yeah, they're looking at the replay. You can tell the right call was made. The assistant referee was just waiting for the play to finish, and then that flag went up. Werner immediately going from pure joy to pure disgust. But it's certainly a good sign for Chelsea, who have been creating chances in the early stages. If they were to score, Real would, of course, need 2 to win. The aggregate score level, just like the second leg. This is back with Courtois. Militao, a nice 1-2 with Modric. Militao driving forward, shrugging off Mason Mount. Vinicius plays it ahead. Hazard in pursuit, but it's Silva who gets there first for Chelsea. A poor pass there by Conte as it was played behind Azpilicueta. A Real Madrid throw in here. No goals yet, but certainly opportunities on both ends in the capital of England. Here is Thibaut Courtois. That is too far ahead of Ferland Mendy. However, it will stay with Real Madrid. They quickly turn it over, though, off the throw-in. Mendy to Ramos. Now over to Eder Militao. 20 minutes played, 0-0 in London. 1-1 the score on aggregate. The winner to the Champions League final to face Manchester City in 24 days' time in Istanbul, Turkey. Here is Mendy. Now Toni Kroos. Chilwell with the near steal. A heavy touch, though, gave it back. Sliding in to save the day was Antonio Rudiger, or else a chance might have come for Real. It'll be a throw-in now for Militao on this near side. It looks like Chilwell and Vinicius are exchanging some words. The referee taking control of the situation. That was played to Hazard, who got bumped from behind, a little slow to get up. Modric with the cross, sent away by Silva. It will be Militao taking this throw-in. Kroos to Casemiro. Now Modric. Vinicius for Hazard. Vinicius dancing on the ball, curling one to the back post. Benzema was in the area, but it just went over his head. No real involvement yet from Benzema. He hasn't got the services he seeks up to this point. But we all know how influential he can be on the pitch. That was on full display just last week in the first leg when he scored that truly incredible volley against Chelsea. That game in Madrid. Midway point of the first half, no goals yet. This long ball forward will be settled and moved over to Rudiger. Rudiger attacking space. Now it's Chilwell. Chilwell knocked off the ball by Vinny. Casemiro goes to Militao. Here's Sergio Ramos. Militao to Ramos. Now Casemiro back to Courtois. Courtois goes wide. And there was a little nudge from Andreas Christensen. Free kick awarded to Madrid. You can tell both teams are trying to play a little more up-tempo, but it hasn't been a real spice to this game up to this point. Not quite yet. Although maybe this could be a chance. Ball floated over the top, nearly found Werner. But Casemiro got ahead to it first. And now it's Real who will work it out of the back. Ramos finding Militao. Now it's with Courtois. Back for Ramos. Casemiro with the long ball. Vinicius will get there at the end line. Vinicius to Hazard. Hazard to the middle. He finds Luka Modric. Modric with the outside of the boot pass for Benzema. Benzema back for Modric. A nice flick back to Kroos from Nacho. Kroos for Modric. Pressure from behind. Modric gives it up to Militao. Now back with Modric. Nice first touch. Laid back to Casemiro. Edge of the box. Kroos leaves it. Here's the strike. And Mendy gets a glove to it. It's none other than Karim Benzema with the first real chance for Real Madrid. The first time Mendy's been tested, and boy, was he up to the test. Curling shot, aiming for that bottom right corner was Benzema. And a nice stop by the Chelsea keeper. It does set up a Real Madrid corner kick. Sent in. No threat for Chelsea, though, as they come away with possession. This is left for the captain, Azpilicueta. Now Jorginho across for Rudiger. Chilwell back to where it came from. Here's Thiago Silva, the Brazilian. Of course, it's such an exciting summer ahead. It really is, with Copa America, the Euros, the Gold Cup, as well as the Olympics, all on the way this summer. The attempts so far, 3-1 in favor of Real Madrid, and all of the attempts for both sides have been on target. Oh, this is nice layback. Conte into Havertz. Havertz, the chip. He struck the bar, but Werner heads it in, and that one will stand. The flag remains down this time, and Timo Werner has put Chelsea in the lead, I should say. 1-0, just past the 27-minute mark. Well, how about that? The Havertz-Werner combination at the weekend was most likely a big reason why Tuchel decided to start those two tonight. And here, Havertz with a golden chance, flicking it over Courtois. Just couldn't quite get enough dip on it as it struck the bar, but it was in the air for a while, and Werner was the first one to clean up the rebound. One of the easiest goals he'll score in his career. But Chelsea won't care in the slightest how they got the goal. They only care that they did get it. 1-0 Chelsea lead. And it's now a 2-1 lead for the Blues on aggregate. Pure delight on the face of Tuchel. And Real Madrid with some work to do. We'll see how they respond. Still plenty of time left, obviously. Doesn't change the situation all that much for Real. They still need a goal to stay alive. Now a goal would force extra time. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We are currently in the 29th minute. Chelsea just scored to take the lead. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, big goal for Chelsea. And it comes from Timo Werner, who struggled all season long to score. But he was not missing from that kind of range. That's for sure. He, of course, scored earlier in the match, but it did not count as the flag was raised, and he was rightly called offsides. Werner with 4 goals in 11 Champions League matches this season. And what a big goal that is to put Chelsea in the lead as they draw first blood in the second leg. Rudiger back to Mendy. A half hour played, 1-0 Chelsea. That's controlled by Luka Modric. Modric over to Vinicius. His pass couldn't make it to Modric. The interception by Jorginho. Oh, what second? What second are we in? Okay. You're listening to my commentary while watching the game. I understand. 30 minutes and 10 seconds in. 11, 12, 13. That's where I'm at. Obviously, there's a little delay on YouTube, so there's like a 7-second delay, I think. But hopefully I'm close to being in line with what you're watching. That's played back to Conte. He can't save it. It's out for a Real throw-in. It goes to Toni Kroos. You will pause. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm at 30 minutes and 50 seconds right now. 51, 52. So here is Sergio Ramos. Now Ferland Mendy. Mendy's still going. Eventually lost his balance. Blasted forward by Conte. Werner nearly got by Casemiro, but not quite. Modric finds Hazard. Hazard goes down. Rudiger with the takeaway. Now it's ahead to Werner. Werner with a chance. Squares it across, but it was just ahead of Rudiger, the defender, all the way up. And now he'll have to recover as Real Madrid could create a chance at the other end. Here's Vinicius. Into the middle with Kroos. A lot of open space ahead. He elects to spray it wide. He'll get it back from Mendy. Now it's Nacho Hazard under some pressure. Now it's played to Casemiro. Sergio Ramos for Militao. And that attempted cross is beyond everyone. A disappointing end result to what looked like a promising build-up for Real Madrid. Timo Werner with the lone goal of this match up to this point. Havertz attempted chip, rocking the crossbar, and Werner was the first one there for the rebound. The header from a yard out, if even that. One of the easiest goals he'll score, but a significant goal to say the least. An easy goal, but one of the biggest goals he scored up until this point in his career. Havertz is fouled. Free kick to Chelsea. Casemiro, the guilty one. Here's Antonio Rudiger. Now Ben Chilwell. Just about a dozen minutes to go in the opening half of play, as Rudiger will go all the way back to Edward Mendy. Mendy out wide. Now it's Silva. Spot in the Champions League final up for grabs. The loser will have their Champions League campaign come to a close. Ramos went down. He will get a free kick. Ramos, the captain of Real Madrid. Here's Modric. He'll go out wide. Nice control by Vinicius. Vinicius, edge of the box now with Kroos. Kroos to the left wing. Here is Nacho. He finds Ferland Mendy. 35 minutes played at Stamford Bridge. Here now is Kroos. Modric to Benzema. Oh, what a save. The leaping save as Mendy punched it over. Benzema so lethal with his head in these type of positions. Benzema had a step on Rudiger, got way up to make contact. It wasn't a bad header at all, but Mendy was quick to react. It does set up a Real Madrid corner kick on the far side. It's played short by Kroos. Now Luka Modric over to Vinicius. And it looks like a foul is called inside the penalty area against Real Madrid. And the yellow card is coming out as well for Sergio Ramos. So an off the ball incident. Yeah, that was a nice save by Mendy indeed, Nicholas. Yep. Very quick reaction on that Benzema header. Yeah, looks like it was a coming together. Ramos just having enough and shoving down. I couldn't tell who it was for Chelsea, but that overreaction from Ramos earns him a yellow card. Second booking of the match. The first one was to Jorginho. First Real Madrid player to be booked, Ramos. 37th minute. Chelsea by a goal. Mendy will take the free kick as Chelsea get numbers up. Controlled on the far side by Azpilicueta. Off Ramos for a Chelsea throw-in. Zinedine Zidane doesn't look worried, I'd say, on the sideline, but definitely focused. Real Madrid actually with the heavy edge in possession, 66%, compared to 34% of the possession being with Chelsea. Yet it's the home team, the Blues, in the lead. Here's a long throw and a collision there. Casemiro and Werner collided. And play will now be halted. Werner is up to his feet, which is good to see. Looks like he just took an arm to the throat, I suppose, there. Final stages of the opening half, 38th minute. Chelsea by a goal in both this game and on aggregate. And that was a late challenge. You could hear the scream from Mendy. And that will be a yellow against Christensen. Oh, yeah. Studs right on the laces of Mendy. Third yellow card of the game. Christensen enters the book. Here is Werner. Werner to Chilwell. Sergio Ramos was there to send it away, and now Real Madrid could be off to the races. That direct ball forward was too far for Vinicius, and eventually it's picked up by Mendy, who will roll it ahead to Silva. Conte turns. It's beyond Azpilicueta, but it does fall to Kai Havertz. He gets it back from Azpilicueta. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by this afternoon. Here now is Antonio Rudiger. Out wide, it's Ben Chilwell. Back for Rudiger. 5 minutes to play. Jorginho once more to Rudiger. Chilwell goes down, retains possession, and will earn a free kick. Vinicius called for the foul. 5 minutes until we enter first half stoppage time. Werner's 28th minute goal is what stands between these two teams. Chelsea looking to qualify for the Champions League final. And they are in the driver's seat to do so, but still a lot more time left in this match. Real Madrid are on their quest for yet another Champions League title after winning 3 in a row a few years back. We could have an all-English Champions League final. We shall see if that turns out to be the case. Here's Courtois. Over to Eder Militão. Another long ball. And once more, it's off the mark to Vinicius. Real Madrid have been doing a lot of that. You know, these, I feel like, hopeless long balls where they are really hoping for the best. But it hasn't really come to help them in any way whatsoever. As Ben Chilwell will take this Chelsea throw-in. It's up the line to Werner. Given away by Mount. Here's Toni Kroos. Now Mendy gets it out wide for Militão. Militão under some pressure. Stolen cleanly by Chelsea. Here's Conte. Werner leaves it for Mount. Here's Mount into the box down the left wing. Mount cutting inside. It falls to Werner, and his looping acrobatic effort is comfortably claimed by Thibaut Courtois. What time am I on? Oh, you mean in the game? Or what time zone am I in? in the game right now, it's 42 minutes and 30 seconds into the match. 31, 32. That's where I'm at currently. Here is Kroos out wide. Here's Nacho. Hazard looking for Nacho. But it just didn't quite work out in the end as Mendy clears. That can't be kept in by Havertz, and it will be Real Madrid throwing 2 minutes away from first half stoppage time in the capital of England. Chelsea leading by a goal in this game and on aggregate. Now Real Madrid throw and goes to Modric. Benzema back to Modric. Real Madrid down by a goal. The Chelsea goal that came from Timo Werner hasn't really changed the situation all that much for Real Madrid. They still need a goal, except coming into tonight, if they were to preserve a shutout and get a goal, that would have seen them move on to the final. Now that they've conceded, a goal would force extra time. And my signal has actually gone out currently, so I'll look to sort this out for a second. Give me a moment. It's not like the weather is bad outside. I'm not sure why it's done that. But I'll pull it up on my phone right now, and the signal should come back within a minute. We haven't missed anything. 44 minutes plus into the match, and here come Chelsea on the attack. It's Havertz towards the byline, poked away by Ramos. It will be a corner kick to Chelsea. Can Chelsea grab another goal before the interval? That would certainly make things much more difficult for Real Madrid. We have reached the 45-minute mark, and there will be a minimum of 0 minutes added on. No stoppage time in this first half. That is it at Stamford Bridge for the first 45 minutes. Still 45 more to go. Timo Werner's goal is the difference between the two sides. Still a lot of time left in this game. However, it is Chelsea with the lead, and they are 45 minutes away from making the Champions League final. Real Madrid will look to come back in the second 45. Don't go anywhere. It should be an intriguing second half ahead. But after a quick break, it'll be the halftime report where I'll recap the first half. Look ahead to the second half. Don't go anywhere. It's Real Madrid 0, Chelsea 1 after 45 minutes of play. Yeah, even Werner would have scored that. Exactly. No doubt about it. So I'll step aside for a moment, but as I promised, I'll be back in a few minutes for the halftime report. Welcome back in, everybody. Welcome into the halftime report. The signal on my TV has come back. That was very weird how it went out for a few minutes there, but don't worry, it is halftime. We didn't miss a thing as Chelsea have a 1-0 advantage over Real Madrid, a 2-1 lead on aggregate after 45 minutes of play. Appreciate everyone who stopped by this afternoon for the broadcast. Much appreciated, as always. If you enjoy, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button as well on this video. I'd greatly appreciate that. But yeah, Chelsea 45 minutes away from punching their ticket to Istanbul for the final of the Champions League. However, it will be far from routine in the second half ahead, but you have to give credit to Chelsea. Werner's goal coming in the 28th minute, and it all stemmed from really good ball movement. Conte finding Havertz with a really nice first touch, going for the chip over Courtois, and then that chip striking the crossbar, but Courtois with just not enough time to recover and get back, and Werner was just sneaking in, no one able to track him down for Real Madrid, and Werner was just patiently waiting for the ball to come down after it struck the bar, and one of the easiest goals he'll score, a header from less than a yard out, and that certainly was a goal that did stand after he had a goal chopped off for offsides just about 10 minutes before that. And so Chelsea do have the lead despite Real Madrid having more of the possession. I think more of the chances as well. It kind of reminds me of yesterday's Man City PSG game in a way, because PSG definitely created a good amount of opportunities in the first half yesterday, but it was a very professional performance from Man City, and they were the ones that were more clinical. And yeah, Real Madrid have had some really good looks. The one that certainly comes to mind is that Benzema header, a great stop by Mendy, quick reaction save to parry it over with the right hand. And Real Madrid certainly will give it their best fight in the second half, but Thomas Tuchel, his side certainly with the advantage heading into the second half. Can they close it out? That is the question. What's going on, Karam? Welcome in to the broadcast, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Dak Prescott. Indeed, I'll be back in a moment to wrap up the halftime report. Don't go anywhere. We're inching closer to second half action in this crucial Champions League semifinal. Welcome back into the halftime report. You love the PSG players raging at the end of the game. Yeah, yep. They were I guess you could call it unprofessional in a way, but yeah, they were certainly very frustrated at the end of that match. That's for certain. It's Chelsea in this match with a 1-0 lead at the break, 2-1 edge on the aggregate, and the unmissable moment in the first half has to be that lone goal of the first half from Timo Werner. Nothing special from Werner, but for a player that struggled to score all season long, it's definitely a relief for Chelsea fans to see him getting on the score sheet in a big match like this. And could that be the goal that sends Chelsea through to the Champions League final? We will see over the next half of play. 45 more minutes still to go, maybe more from Stamford Bridge. Don't go anywhere. I promise you, you won't regret it. PSG looking to come back in the second half. Sorry, Real Madrid looking to come back in the second half. Chelsea trying to hold on for a spot in the Champions League final. Stay tuned. The second half is next. It's back out to Stamford Bridge after this quick break. Welcome back in, everybody. We head to the second half in London. Chelsea 1, Real Madrid 0. The score still 45 more minutes to play. What will happen in those final 45 minutes? We shall see. Once again, thanks everyone for tuning in as both teams get set to head out back onto the pitch, out of the tunnel. The sun has set in London. Dark skies above. I don't know if there's still some rain coming down. It seems like it's let up a bit. perhaps it's cleared up fully. Nonetheless, this is what Champions League football is all about. It should be quite the second half. Real Madrid needing a goal to stay alive. Chelsea looking to hold on for the victory. What will happen in the second half? We will have to wait and see as the referee heads onto the pitch, followed by Chelsea, who are talking among themselves in the tunnel before they head out onto the pitch. Real Madrid will be out shortly as well. And yeah, how can Real Madrid get back into this game? It won't take a lot. They only trail by a goal, of course. Benzema can work his magic, Vinicius as well. They have a lot of threats up top. So this series is obviously far from over, and that's why you can't say congrats to Chelsea yet, because the job is far from done. This will probably be a long 45 minutes for Chelsea. Can they withstand the pressure that they will get from Real Madrid in the second half? That remains to be seen. It doesn't look like any halftime changes will be made by either manager. Edward Mendy was tested on a few occasions, made a couple of nice stops, or else it could be a whole different situation. And he might need to come up big on a few more occasions in the second half. I just get the feeling that will be the case. Champions League semifinals are usually quite dramatic, and the second half should be no different, as Real Madrid now come jogging out of the tunnel as they enter the pitch, re-enter the pitch, I should say, from a different entrance due to COVID-19. 1-1 extra time is coming. That's what you say, Nicholas. We'll see. I could certainly see that. Happening. But yeah, we'll see if that prediction comes true. As Real Madrid will be going right to left in the second half. Chelsea will kick off, going from left to right. Chelsea in their traditional blue kits, Real Madrid in their white kits. And we're set. Here we go. Second half underway. There's the whistle from the Italian referee, as Christensen finds Havertz. Foul from behind against Nacho Fernandez. Didn't take long whatsoever in the second half for a foul to occur. But the free kick is a wasted one all the way down to Thibaut Courtois. Casemiro goes wide to Nacho. Nacho all the way back for Courtois. Up the line for Benzema. He's unable to save it, and it will be a Chelsea throw-in. Real Madrid, I think, have to play with some more urgency. Obviously, more of it will come as this half progresses, but they never were really too threatening in that first half. Yes, they created some chances, and yes, they tested Mendy a few times, but they really never generated a rhythm on the attack. Here is N'Golo Kante. Sent wide by Christensen, dangerous cross. And the effort had to be pushed away by Courtois, or did it strike the post? Let's see the replay here. Havertz got ahead to it. And no, that was off the bar. It was a powerful header, really, from Havertz. And yeah, Courtois did not get a hand to it. Havertz knows that was a golden opportunity to double the lead for Chelsea. They are unable to capitalize, though. Real Madrid survive a scare. Here is Ramos. Now Luka Modric. Possession lost by Vinicius. Oh, what a move. A nutmeg by Kai Havertz. Now back to Conte. Conte will reverse for Christensen. Yeah, Chelsea have Real Madrid where they want them. And so no reason to hurry in possession. They have the leisure of taking their time. This goes back to Edward Mendy. That's a foul on Vinicius as he took down Ben Chilwell. Vinicius not too pleased. Yeah, I agree, Nicholas. This has not been the start that Real Madrid that I expected from Real Madrid. You know, they simply need to be more alive. They need to be better if they want to find an equalizer. That header won by Modric. Kroos. Nacho out wide. Now Mendy back for Ramos. 49th minute of play. Here's Sergio Ramos again. Nice pass for Toni Kroos. Kroos once more to Ramos. Hazard can't find Mendy. However, Real do keep it. Casemiro ahead. Header won by Thiago Silva. Oh, that's a nice ball out wide. Rudiger opens up space for Ben Chilwell. Chilwell into the box. Floats it to the back post. The intervening header from Nacho prevented Havertz from getting on the end of that service immediately. However, Chelsea do keep possession. Here's Christensen. 5 minutes played in the second half, early stages of the second half at Stamford Bridge in London, England. Ahead to Timo Werner. And clipped by Vinicius was Ben Chilwell. A free kick is awarded, and this is in a pretty promising position for Chelsea. And if Chelsea can get a second goal, then my goodness, that would be a stab to the hearts of Real Madrid. It would then need 2 to come back. And it's Ben Chilwell standing over the set piece. Crucial defensive sequence for Real. Just one on the wall. Man marking at the edge of the 18-yard box. Curling ball in, and the header just over. Thiago Silva with a chance. Couldn't keep it low, Thiago, but Chelsea have had a lot of good chances in the air, especially from headers. Could argue Real have too with that Benzema opportunity in the first half. Werner loses possession. Here now is Luka Modric. Modric with a switch, but the outstretched leg of Mendy can't take it down. It will be a Chelsea throw-in. Yeah, just a bit of a dreadful start to this second half from Real Madrid. You can tell Zinedine Zidane is trying to instill some confidence and life in his team. Still is a one-goal game. The hope is still there for Real Madrid. They have just not been convincing in the attacking third. Silva wins a throw-in, sending it off of Mendy. Now we see some warm-ups getting loose. Are some possible substitutes, including Marco Asensio, who was at one point a regular starter for Real, of course. That injury that kept him out for, I think, nearly a year was a real big setback. Nice flick on by Werner. Chance for Chelsea. And Mason Mount sends it over the bar. Courtois closed down the angle. And the reaction from Thomas Tuchel tells you what you need to know. That's a glorious chance. What a flick on by Werner to set up Mount on that breakaway. Courtois did well to close down that angle. And ultimately, Mount just couldn't gain the composure to finish as he sent it over the crossbar. Mount would like to do that over again. Here's Eden Hazard. The foul will be called against Chelsea. Real have won a free kick. Yeah, that left hand of Chilwell striking the face of Eder Militao. Toni Kroos. Now Ferland Mendy. Oh, a nice dummy Hazard. Leaving it for Benzema. However, the flag is raised. Benzema offside. Yeah, it's just a bit of laziness from Benzema. He was really lurching clearly ahead of the last line of defense for Chelsea. And then all of a sudden when he realized that the pass was coming his way, he came to the ball trying to get back on sides, I suppose, but was unable to do so. 10 minutes into the second half, a one-goal Chelsea lead. The winner to the Champions League final, which I will be on the call for Saturday, May 26th, I believe, in Istanbul. No, not the 26th. The 29th. Sorry. Wednesday the 26th is the Europa League final. That's what it is. This goes back to Mendy. Mendy for Christensen. Throw-in one by Chelsea. Tuchel applauding his side's effort tonight. Chelsea have done what they've needed to do up until this point. What second am I at? I'm at 56-14, 15, 16, 17. Throwing too far ahead of Mason Mount. And Ramos will go back to Courtois. Courtois with a long ball forward Dealt with by Ben Chilwell. Casemiro ahead for Benzema. All over him is Rudiger. Advantage played. Here's Modric. I am years ahead of you, really. I am, wow. I apologize for that. I certainly, look at this through ball. Casemiro was making the run, but in came Rudiger to send it out of play. Well, I don't want to spoil anything for you, so I certainly wouldn't take offense if you left the broadcast for that reason. I would definitely understand. Oh, a nutmeg pass. A Maradona move by Hazard. Modric out wide for Vinicius. Vinicius to Casemiro. A disappointing cross. There's been a few of those tonight from Real. And Mendy is there for Chelsea. Closing in on the hour mark. Nacho to Kroos. Now it's Ramos back to Courtois. Here is Hazard. Hazard fell down. And there was Conte for Chelsea. Oh, what a through ball by Jorginho. Is Havertz on? It appears so, but Courtois comes out to make the stop. How many times does Courtois have to come up with big save after big save for Real to bail them out? It's a great piece of goalkeeping there from the big Belgian. I talked about Hazard facing his former club. Courtois, of course, doing the same. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Laggy internet is annoying for sure. Here's Nacho. Nacho out wide for Ferland Mendy. Oh, nice combination. Benzema's touch got away. And now it's cleared by Silva. A foul will be called against Werner. "60 minutes in, an hour played, half an hour remains. A 1-0 Chelsea lead, 2-1. The Blues lead on aggregate. There is Sergio Ramos, the captain and leader of this Real team. Now Toni Kroos. Back to Ramos. Modric into Nacho. Now Hazard into the middle. Modric sprays it wide. Nice controlled touch off the chest of Vinicius. Vinicius blows by Chilwell. Vinicius clips one in. The header won, though, by Silva. Actually, I think it was Jorginho. Chelsea clear only as far as midfield. Kroos looking wide. Header won by Chelsea. Losing his footing, but getting right back up was Havertz. And he's taken down by Nacho, and those two get into it. Appeared as though after the foul was committed by Nacho, he stood over Havertz, and Havertz was not too pleased about that. The yellow card will come out. Yeah, Nacho just grabbing the shirt of Havertz afterwards, and you can understand why Havertz got frustrated and reacted the way he did. So Nacho shown a yellow card, and we will see the first substitutions of the match take place right now, as Mendy will come off for Federico Valverde. And Marco Asensio will enter the match, replacing Vinicius Jr. So those are the two changes by Zinedine Zidane. Will they make any difference? Still no substitutions made by Thomas Tuchel. Here is Toni Kroos. Wide for Nacho. Real trailing by a goal. Now it's Asensio. Nice back heel flick from Nacho. Asensio in tight space, has it knocked away by Conte. It will be a Madrid throw-in. You fixed it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm 63. I'm at 63-15 right now. 16, 17, 18. That's where I'm at right now. Here is Sergio Ramos in the midfield. Ramos ahead to Asensio. He gets it back. Now the cross. Header won by Rudiger as it's sent away. This is now tracked down by Valverde. Hazard. Oh, a nice stop at the near post by Mendy. Second effort. Did take a deflection, and it will be a corner. We're on the same time? Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. That's good. A set-piece opportunity for Real Madrid. 65th minute of play. It's headed away at the near post by Chelsea. A foul will go against Timo Werner. Hazard drawing the contact. Free kick for Real. Nervy times for Chelsea at the moment. You feel a goal? Yeah, I do too. I feel like a goal is coming. Could it come here? Toni Kroos. Easily headed out of the box. And now Werner is off to the races. A counterattack. Timo Werner driving forward. Werner to Conte. Conte denied. Another great stop by Thibaut Courtois. He's been absolutely incredible tonight. A big reason why the scoreline is still 1-0 rather than 3 or 4-0 at this point. So many counterattacking chances for Chelsea, but they have just been unable to capitalize. Yeah, that was big time by Courtois. Asensio finds Benzema. The 28th minute goal by Timo Werner is the difference so far. 1-0 Chelsea, 2-1. They have the edge on aggregate. Here is Eden Hazard. Ramos comes sliding in to deny Werner of the steal. As we approach the 3/4 mark of this match. Here is Kroos. Modric to Asensio. That pass blocked by Havertz. And Azpilicueta wins a throw. Wins the throw-in, I should say. Going back to that counter-attacking chance for Chelsea, Werner did a nice job to lay it off to Conte. Conte with a wonderful opportunity and You have to give credit. I thought in real time Courtois made the save, but yeah, you were right, Nicholas. That was blocked. What a sliding effort to block it. And now Chelsea will make their first change. And look at that. Captain America comes on for Chelsea. I was a bit surprised to see him not in the starting lineup after he scored a goal in the first leg. But Christian Pulisic does come into the match to replace today's goal scorer, Timo Werner. Pulisic on. Chelsea up by 1. Look at the total attempts. In the first half, it was 5-5. In the second half, 5-2 in favor of Chelsea. So it's 10-7. Chelsea with the lead in total attempts this match. Oh, stop, Nicholas. Don't remind me. We've gone past that, okay? That was like 4 years ago. Here is Antonio Rudiger. Now Conte. Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Now it's Conte leading the attack. Sprays it wide for Chilwell. Back to Conte now. Christensen holds. Sends it back to Silva. This one back by Real. The pass for Benzema is out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. Should be quite the final 20-plus minutes with this match completely up for grabs. Pulisic with his first touches. Ahead for Havertz, who was offsides. The flag went up against the German Kai Havertz. Here's Hazard. He was fouled. He was surrounded by about 3 Chelsea players. The only way he could get out of it was drawing a foul, and that's exactly what happened. It was N'Golo Kante called for the foul. 70th minute, 20 to go in London. That's off of Mason Mount for another Real Madrid throw-in. What are my thoughts on Tom Wilson and Panarin and no suspension in the rematch tonight? Yeah. I'll get to that in a moment. Really good work by Conte here. Out wide now, it's Pulisic. Pulisic right by Casemiro, but the cross lands into the hands of Courtois. Yeah, I mean, I don't, the league is clearly inviting Tom Wilson to keep doing what he does, which is, commit dirty plays game in, game out, by not suspending him. I was surprised to see that he wasn't suspended. I mean, you can't let, a repeat offender like him just, treat Panarin like a rag doll and throw him down. I mean, yeah, I was surprised to see that there was no suspension for Wilson. Yeah, I can't stand Tom Wilson. I think any non-Capitals fan can't stand him. The guy's dirty, and there's no limits with that guy. He does some crazy things, and he gets away with it sometimes too. Like that penalty the other night where he doesn't even get suspended. And yeah, regarding the rematch tonight, it should definitely be interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's not only a couple of fights, but many of them. Yeah, I'm sure there will be fireworks tonight. I'm sure there will be. I would be surprised if there wasn't, to be honest, because clearly the Rangers are not happy. Yeah, it should be interesting to say the least. As Pulisic goes down, he does win a corner kick. Last touch by Nacho. What's going on, Drew? Welcome into the stream. Chelsea going to win? Well, I hope I think they've got a good shot. They're up by a goal, so there's still time left though, and a dangerous corner kick coming in with Silva. He did get a touch to it, but the glancing header went just wide of that far post. If Chelsea score again, then yeah, I think that's it. It's over. But Real Madrid still sticking around, and any opportunity they get could result in an equalizer. So still work to do for Chelsea, but they do seem to be on the verge of a spot in the Champions League final. Here's Nacho to Modric. Valverde. Back from Casemiro. Here's Casemiro. 74th minute of play. Hazard trying to time his run correctly, but he's pushed off the ball by Silva, and Chelsea will earn a throw-in. Chelsea in no rush at this point. Yeah, going back to that golden opportunity for Conte, an incredible block, and then Havertz had a similar chance earlier in the half where Courtois made a great save. Of course, Mount had an opportunity at the very beginning of the half where Courtois cut down the angle and the effort went over from Mason Mount. Pulisic nearly nicking that away, but it's saved by Ramos. There's been a lot of chances to put this game away for Chelsea. They just haven't been able to do so, as it looks like Zidane is set to make another substitution. Throw-in taken by Azpilicueta. Pulisic on the chase. Ramos there first. As Casemiro will chest it back to Courtois, who will pick it up. A quarter of an hour to play. 75th minute. 1-0 Chelsea leading Real Madrid. Thanks everyone for stopping by. It's a 2-1 Chelsea lead on aggregate. Jorginho takes it away from Modric. Mount back to Jorginho, and it will be a throw into Chelsea. And the change from Zidane will now be made. Casemiro's night is over. Rodrigo comes on. Rodrigo also came in as a substitute in the first leg 6 days ago. No, rather, that was 8 days ago in Madrid. Here's Pulisic. Oh, nice combination play. Azpilicueta back to Pulisic. Christian Pulisic onto his right foot. Sends it across. And it's just out of the reach of Kai Havertz, or else it could have been a second goal. Now that's taken away by Modric. A counterattack could be on the way for Real. Chelsea a bit stretched, but it's a nice recovery from Silva, who calmly heads it down to Christensen, and Chelsea are back in possession. Here's Pulisic again. Wide for Azpilicueta in space. Azpilicueta finds Christian Pulisic. Pulisic holds. Now goes down, and it ricocheted off the shin of Azpilicueta and into the hands of Courtois. A long throw to the sideline with Hazard. Burst of speed here from Kroos. Here's Asensio. His effort from way out blocked. Azpilicueta sends it out of play. It will be a Real throw-in. What an ending we are in store for at Stamford Bridge. Looks like Reece James is taking off the layers and is prepared to come onto the pitch and make his entrance. This goes to Mendy, who will wait for Benzema to close in, and now we'll pick it up. Mendy rolls it to Conte up the middle. Azpilicueta. A two-hand shove from Asensio. There was no way he was ever getting away with that. Free kick to Chelsea. Yeah, I know it. Well, maybe a chance here. Pulisic making the run, but to it first was Nacho. Now it's Thibaut Courtois with the long ball forward. Oh, nice control and turn by Benzema, who hasn't been involved that much, but here is Benzema. Recovering is Jorginho, and he knocks it away. One back by Militao with the head. Now it's Kroos. Valverde. Modric to Benzema. Now Kroos in the middle. Back out to the flank. This is Nacho. Asensio back for Nacho. Here's Hazard. Rodrigo for Modric. Modric's ball forward was cleared away, and now Havertz is with it. Look at the passes completed, 544 to 250 Real. They also have the 64 to 36% edge in possession. Here's Pulisic. A one-time strike wide of that far post. Against the run of play, Chelsea looking to kill this game off with about 10 minutes to play. Here's Kroos. Now it's with Nacho. That's a steal by Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic couldn't find Mount. The pass stolen by Luka Modric. Hazard's taken down. Azpilicueta committing the foul. Here is Kroos. Kroos to Nacho. Asensio earns a throw-in. 82nd minute of play. Time running out slowly but surely for Real Madrid, who trail. Here's Asensio. This will be a corner kick for Real Madrid. Nope, rather a throw-in right near the corner flag, excuse me. Nacho over to take it. Nacho, the cross. Dangerous ball to the back post, but Rudiger heads it away. And now it's blasted forward into the path of Havertz. Leaping up to win the header was Ramos. Ramos with the switch. That's saved by Asensio, who keeps it in play. An intense ending to this Champions League semifinal. Here's Kroos. Militao for Sergio Ramos. 84th minute of play. It's Kroos again. Modric into the middle with Kroos. Kroos finds Nacho. And no one there making the run to the back post as Nacho curled one in, and it sails over the end line for a goal kick. Mendy in no rush to take this goal kick. Oh, a nice step by Conte. Conte with a chance. Finds Pulisic. Pulisic holds. Now at the end line. Feeds it across. It's put away by Mason Mount, and Chelsea have surely punched their ticket to the Champions League final. In the 85th minute, an all-English final has been all but secured. Pulisic to Mount. 2-0 Chelsea. The celebrations show you how much it means for this Chelsea team. It was a grueling affair tonight. Back and forth, both these teams went. Real Madrid just could not cash in. Chelsea weren't all that clinical themselves, but they finally get what should be the clinching goal. The American substitute, Christian Pulisic, just patiently waiting, seeking out Mount. And Mount with the tap-in from inside the 6-yard box. It all stemmed from the great awareness by Conte to step up, come away with the steal. And then Pulisic so composed in finding Mount. The one-time finish from Mount has made it a 2-goal lead for Chelsea in this game and on aggregate. Thomas Tuchel delighted, and so are the Chelsea players and supporters. And Real Madrid will bow out in the semifinals of the Champions League pending a miracle here. Yep, that will do it. Or at least it should. Real Madrid now needing 2 goals to go through. Mount with his second goal in 10 Champions League matches this season. And in the 87th minute, that goal might finish the job off for Chelsea. Offsides called against the Blues. Free kick for Real. Real Madrid, if they weren't in a rush already, certainly are in one now. That's a foul and a yellow card. After scoring a goal, Mount is now booked. And now a substitution will be made by Chelsea. Just the second one of the match, as Plaqueta will make way. And Reece James comes on for Chelsea. And it looks like it will be a Chelsea-Manchester City Champions League final in Istanbul 24 nights from now. Those two teams meet this weekend in the Premier League. The chance for Manchester City to clinch the title in the Premier League. Of course, a few weekends ago, it was Chelsea who beat Manchester City in the FA Cup semifinals, denying Manchester City of a possible quadruple bid. Another Chelsea change also being made. It looks like Hakim Ziyech is into the match, and Mason Mount is done. Now a change made by Zidane. Eden Hazard's night comes to a close. Mariano Diaz comes on for the final minutes of this one. As Plaqueta and Mount both making the long walk around the pitch. Of course, the rules are players exit the pitch at leave the pitch at the nearest exit possible. So if you are on the far side of the field, you'll have to take the long walk around. Oh, a late challenge on Pulisic, and he was wincing in pain immediately. That is worthy of a yellow card to Valverde. Oh, yeah. A yellow to the substitute, as we are seconds away from stoppage time. Real Madrid throw-in is awarded. Pulisic clearly thought otherwise. And there's the stoppage time. 4 minutes will be added on to the end of the second half. Reece James will take this throw-in. Of course, Chelsea with big matches ahead. They'll try to secure a Champions League spot in the Premier League in the final few matches of the season. In domestic league play, they have the FA Cup final about 10 days from now against Leicester City at Wembley. And then the Champions League final a couple weekends after that. Courtois claims that ball at the edge of his box. 3 minutes now remaining in this Champions League semifinal. It's all smiles for Chelsea. What a performance tonight. As that's knocked out of play by Chilwell. Quick throw in by Real Madrid. Dangerous ball, an important header away. Real not done though. Here's Karim Benzema, who's been rather quiet. Now here is Modric. And that ball struck the referee, so play is halted. It will stay Real Madrid possession. What's going on? Shingo Yabuki, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, what a performance from Chelsea tonight. It will be an all-English Champions League final. Curling effort from Kroos. Not sure if it was a shot or a cross, but goes into the arms of Mendy. This ball kept in on the far side. Now Pulisic feeds it into the middle. Here's Reece James. James trying to get around Nacho. Couldn't quite do so. He lost his balance. No foul on the play. Benzema, though, with a pass played behind Nacho. Here's Hakim Ziyech of Morocco. 90 seconds left. Now it's Pulisic taking it to the corner flag. Make sure that it's a throw-in rather than a corner kick. Rather than the goal kick, excuse me. And now it looks like a double change is on the way from Tuchel. Well, not quite yet. But both Kurt Zouma and Olivier Giroud will enter. Maybe another chance for Chelsea. This is into the path of James. James just wide. Right-footed strike. Marginally wide of that bottom left corner. And now those final two substitutions from Tuchel will be made. Kai Havertz off for Olivier Giroud. Seconds now remaining before that final whistle will come. Offside's called off the pass from Courtois. From Mendy, sorry. It almost made it all the way to Courtois. Obviously, now the focus for Real Madrid will be on the La Liga title. They've got a massive match against Sevilla on Sunday. Barca also playing Atleti on Saturday. It's a huge weekend in La Liga. What a title race there is in Spain. As Ziyech goes down, he wanted a PK. The whistle never came. Chelsea won't care in the long run because that is the last action of the match. Chelsea are going through to the UEFA Champions League final. 2-0. They knock off Real Madrid. It's a 3-1 win on aggregate. And the celebrations begin in London. It'll be an all-English final. A tournament that started with 32 teams is down to the final 2. It's Manchester City and Chelsea for silverware on Saturday, May 29th in Istanbul, Turkey. The two teams from Western Europe will travel all the way to one of the most eastern parts of Europe to face off in the UEFA Champions League final. How about that, folks? Chelsea get the job done. A professional performance tonight. Real Madrid bow out. It was quite underwhelming from Los Blancos. But Chelsea get the job done. It's a 2-0 victory, 3-1 on aggregate. And there we go. Manchester City's opponent will be Chelsea in the Champions League final. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's broadcast. That will put a wrap on the action. My name is Samuel Reese. Timo Werner, Mason Mount with the 2 goals. A huge win for Chelsea. You can see what it means for Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel came in just a few months ago, replacing Frank Lampard, who was sacked. Remember, things are looking downhill for Chelsea at the time Lampard was sacked. Chelsea completely rejuvenated with Tuchel at the helm. And Chelsea, the deserving victors, on to the Champions League final for them. And what an enticing Champions League final that is. Chelsea, Manchester City. My oh my, Manchester City, you would expect to be the favorites. But in a one-off like the Champions League final, you never know what can happen. That will be intriguing. We have to wait 24 days, folks. We've got to be patient for that one. But it certainly should not disappoint. On a rainy night in London, the Chelsea fans will be going absolutely crazy in the streets of England's capital tonight. Yeah, just a great job by Tuchel all around, taking over this Chelsea team and so quickly getting results from his team. Good results. Eden Hazard reuniting with some of his former teammates. Thibaut Courtois doing the same. Both of them, I think it's fair to say, were club legends in a way. They both obviously did so much in their time at Chelsea. But it's Courtois and Hazard on the losing end this time around. And Chelsea celebrations will carry on deep into the night. Look at the delight on the face of Edward Mendy. You gotta love it. It'll all sink in soon for Chelsea. They are on to the Champions League final. As that will put a wrap on my broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese signing off saying good night. It's Chelsea 2, Real Madrid 0. Chelsea go through 3-1 on aggregate. It'll be Man City Chelsea in the 2021 Champions League final in Istanbul, Turkey. An all-English final on tap. And I'll see you guys next time. I would do the Europa League semis tomorrow, but I am busy tomorrow afternoon, so I will not be able to do that. I'm not sure when my next broadcast will be. I'll definitely be on for the NWSL Challenge Cup final on Saturday, so make sure you check that out. That's Saturday, 1 Eastern time. But that'll do it. Chelsea going through. They'll face Manchester